Greetings, friends. Happy Friday. The word for today is optimism. And I chose this word because it consolidates and integrates several experiences of this week and several energy signatures of this incredible week. First of all, I didn't drop in for daily video the last couple of days, and it's because there's been so much going on for me, and the days just have been full. And so, what I'm bringing forward are the teachings that I've been receiving over the last couple of days, and I'm really eager to do my best to synthesize this for you because we're in the final days of the current lunar cycle and preparing for the Sagittarius new moon on Sunday night. And then we're also a week away from solstice. So these weeks of this month every year are super, super potent. And the congruence of the balsamic phase of this moon in preparation for next week's solstice and the balsamic phase of our current cycle, which is the integration of the current lunar cycle in preparation for the new moon on Sunday, is bringing forward, giving us an opportunity right now to bring forward everything we've been learning. And you may remember that the energy signature of the full moon a week and a half ago was absolutely that of the opportunity to bring forward with good fortune and blessing, Jupiter, with good fortune, the opportunity to bring forward all that we have learned. In Tarot, Jupiter is the wheel of fortune, and the ability to fully step into our destiny by embracing our circumstances and by connecting with the grids of new understanding. And that's to release what doesn't serve us within a container of support. So the ability to totally feel the support we have even when we're going through big changes. That's the Hanged Man, which was our central card in the full moon spread, and also Neptune, which played a really significant role in the grids for the last couple of weeks. So I want to share a personal experience that I had yesterday that is a way of understanding what's coming forward and our ability to balance and navigate the rhythms of time and space. Okay, so I have a lot of momentum going. This is about the frequency of optimism. Did I say that? The word for today is optimism. So this is how we can connect with optimism in the midst of challenges, in the midst of fatigue, in the midst of dismantling, because we're all going in and out of these waves of feeling super aligned and then depleted or stressed or whatever the out of balance aspect is. So I had an experience yesterday of crashing a little bit in the afternoon out of several days of big momentum. And I needed to follow through. I had the plan of following through on several important tasks yesterday. And around 1:30 in the afternoon, I crashed. And by crashed, I mean I lost the impetus. I couldn't access what I needed to do, even the really practical things. And so I decided to rest for a little while. That's my, when I can't access or when I feel tired, I rest. But then what happened is I rested for the whole rest of the day. I didn't do any of my practices activities. The reason I'm bringing that forward is because by the time I went to bed last night, I was in a state of stress because what I could see and feel by the time I went to bed was all the hours that I had a plan and then didn't follow through. What I'm bringing forward is the lesson I received this morning, which I hope will be of benefit to all of you, even if your pattern is a little bit different than mine. So when I slept really well, I prayed when I went to sleep. I saw myself dropping into the mental realm of looking at all, this is one of my patterns, looking at all the lists, looking at all the to-do items and feeling like, how am I going to do that? And I couldn't even access my vision or my inspiration for trust, knowing that it would all happen. I just felt some anxiousness about whether or not it was possible in the practical world. So that's one of my shadow elements when I get fatigued, is feeling overwhelmed about how I'm going to do all the things I need to do. So then, seeing that being activated, I prayed, I did my practices, and I slept really well. I asked for support in the morning in a reboot. So when I got up this morning, I felt great. What I'm bringing forward for all of you is the message I received in my personal practice this morning. So the deck I went to this morning were the playing cards, and for a message saying, what do I need to know about yesterday's experience, and bringing it forward for this reboot to drop back into momentum and pick up where I was, even at a higher place. So if excuse me, if you haven't used playing cards, just a sec. If you haven't used playing cards for Oracle, it can be a really fun way to receive practical information. The playing cards don't hold major arcana, but they hold the court cards and the small cards. So I pulled a higher card message and a practical life, a practical day, physical personality message, asking what I need to know to bring forward yesterday's experience into this new day. The card for higher self was 5 of Wands, which is wands are the clubs. So 5 of clubs is wands. 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is the card for stress, which is exactly where I was when I went to bed last night. Even though I listened to my signal and took the day off and completely played for the rest of the day and rested, when I went to bed, I panicked about my choice. So 5 of Wands stress was the frequency that got activated yesterday. In the position of spirit, it indicates that that's the piece of information I needed to know for my own pattern of release in this balsamic phase. And then in 5 of Wands showed significantly in my monthly new moon spread. And then the card in position of personal or physical practical access was Knight of Spades, which is the Knight of Swords. And you even see the sword here. So Knight of Swords is the mastery aspect of the Gemini moon, and a quality that we have access to right now is higher perspective and insight. So I'm sharing this because many of you have said that you enjoy hearing some of my tools for personal practice, and this is one of the things that I love to do. And you can even give people readings with playing cards this way. And for me today, I got exactly the message I needed, which was an affirmation that I listened yesterday. I rested, which was necessary because of the amount of momentum. And yesterday was the right day to rest. Today is the right day to pick up the momentum. So this is a way that you can use oracle cards to affirm where you are in your current cycle and help you align with the energies of the moon and the energies of your own personal signatures of what you need to know to connect with the momentum every day and still maintain your health. What I was shown this morning is this is a time of year when I tend to succumb to stress of overextension, which many of us do in the holiday season. And yesterday I was successful because I listened to my inner guidance and I rested and I did something fun, a couple of fun things that are completely non-productive and were rejuvenating and relaxing. And I really was enjoying myself till I went to bed and started beating myself up about all of the impossible things on my to-do list, which is one of my, not impossible, but all the things on my to-do list. So I hope that's illustrative for you of a way to trust your rhythms and cycles now and commit to your physical health while committing to your emotional and mental health. I need to turn this off. Oh, it's 11:11. So my phone just dinged at exactly 11:11. So that's an angel signal for all of us that this is a really important message for everyone. Connect with your own pattern. Mine was stress and overwhelm from being busy and needing to recharge and trust the rhythms of recharge. So you connect with your own patterns that are showing up now because it's a super potent time. And So, so optimism is the key signature today. The Sabian symbol for yesterday was of a group of immigrants fulfilling the requirements in a new country. This is one of my favorite symbols in Sagittarius, partly because it's the symbol of my nadir, the low point, the grounding point on my astrology chart. And what it refers to is the strength and significance of a committed group of people who are entering new territory and doing what they need to do to step into a new land. And that's what we are doing together in our work. So, the feeling of inspiration that many of us are holding now as we're preparing even for next year's programs and next year's work together is part of this energy of Sagittarius, of feeling the truth of and the inspiration of what we're doing, even if it's brand new and hasn't been created yet. So that's super special. And then the energy for today, the Sabian symbol for today is a bluebird singing on the fence of a cottage. And so out of this commitment and inspiration to step into new territory and learn what needs to be learned together in a group, today's and that momentum builds today to the beauty and song and happiness and good fortune of this new world. And the color of a bluebird is blue, its throat chakra, and the alignment with higher truth. I saw an image of the priestess when I was meditating on today's the high priestess in tarot, of drawing down the light and the beautiful blue color of opening the channel of our own inner light. And so the culmination of all of this is the energy of optimism today. It's a little bit longer message than sometimes because I'm bringing forward the teachings I've received over the last couple of days of this potent time. And so feeling the special opportunity and the magic of today and of this week, I went to the animal medicine cards and asked for a message for each of us about what's possible right now and how we can navigate the gifts of shadow, including our own stress patterns that are being illuminated in new ways, how we can connect with our tools and embrace the shadow aspects and challenges in our lives while enabling us to continue to build momentum together. And so to use all of these as gifts and return to optimism as soon as possible, every day, every moment. And so I shuffled the cards asking that, and this card just jumped out of the deck, which we worked with recently, Panther. And this is such a powerful affirmation of this time of year because Panther is the teachings of Panther. You might remember I work with Ted Andrews, amazing teachings on Panther in the book Animal Speak. And Panther is the energy of jaguar and leopard, which is pure fire. And if you work with Queen of Wands, Tarot, you know the image of bringing forward our wisdom into our intuitive, creative, and spiritual power. Panther is black, and so there's a mystical element to the cat energy of Panther, which merges fire with water, and which merges outer creative power with the inner power and the true source of power, which is held within. This is actually a totem for winter. You could consolidate all of this energy as a totem for new moon, winter new moon on Sunday, and also the preparation for solstice next week. So inner light, commitment to inner power, and the valor of standing up for what we know to be true within ourselves, and our commitment to then expressing that in the world. Circling back to knowing that we're being cared for, knowing that we are connecting more and more to the truth of who we are within and the truth of our light. So thank you for being with me today as this message came forward, and have an absolutely incredible day.